the Los Angeles Rams.
Cade York to kick off.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started. And off we go from SoFi. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll go play action with Hicks. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Ready? Get it! Go!
They'll start this on the ground. Here's White. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on. Set.
He'll drop to throw. Swing this one out to White. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
That's another.
That is a big play for L.A.
First and 10.
45 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
The 6-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
60 by 6. Ready?
Back to the air one more time. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. On now, Cade York for the point after. His kick is good, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing. Cade York to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Another run here with Johnson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Here's Austin McNamara now. And John to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On a zone read, a gift to White. Okay, at the 21, a gain of 1.
At the 21-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Back to throw. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on that play. Good for a Rams first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play pick, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
By T.J. Watt.
That is T.J. Watt getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Open is the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up third and 13.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one. And
that one intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up for first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
a loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
One more time with Johnson. And he turns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. Throwing is Nix. That one is taken in. DGA Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. No problem there on the extra point. And the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Hold it ready. Panther 60. Panther. Win it.
The drive begins with a run by White. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the run to the right. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12.
Let's go now. Stop your lying.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Formation.
That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the Rams' 38-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A give left side here for Johnson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
20-yard line.
On the ground, this is White. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk, grab it. Go.
They'll go again with White. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season.
And the Rams.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
He'll be out of bounds. It's a decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
That finds Nakua downfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
That pickup good for 29 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, it's White. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
Cowboy 80. Check up.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch from contact.
And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. White trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stopped him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
Charbonnet is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Metcalf, the motion man. Nick snap on first and 10. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And they'll knock him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First down,
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Room to run past midfield. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
That ties the game at 14.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a give up the middle with White. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
49-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. Right side, he's got Ferguson. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 41. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Stick the Eagles! Stick the Eagles! Go!
On 2nd down, a run with White. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hold the ready. Mustang 19. Come 19. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready?
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. Like, there was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down and 8.
Ready?
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on 4th down.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only 4th down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. It can feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the first down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5.
They'll break the huddle.
It's 2nd
and 5. We'll find his running back, White. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Throwing now from the gun. He puts it up, and it's caught. Rasheed Rice. Touchdown, L.A.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. On first down, here's Nix to throw. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. That not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's over the middle. He spots the tight end, Ferguson. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Let's go now. Gravity Lions.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And he'll take this one in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Rams. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year.
Makes the score Rams 28, Steelers 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Well, here down the field, his ball incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for.
It's now second and 10.
And it'll bring up second down. Arm again, it's Johnson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
Third down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Steelers.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. A give, and here's Johnson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. They'll go again with Johnson. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Here's Warren. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. To throw is Nix. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The kicker on.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go. Ready?
A give, and here's White.
Number 1 in the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the jump.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Rice. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
36-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19.
Back to throw. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Buffalo 8-6-2. 70 Lions. Panther 11.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll go play action with Nix. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will dive into the end zone. 78 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Swing this one out to White. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
That's another Rams.
A gain there of 11. Good for a Rams first down. Here's a run inside and it's sharp and in. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up first and goal.
You want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. He'll run with White. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, L.A. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to draw yourself back in it.
To kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Play action now. It's Nix. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. On the handoff, it's Johnson. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. That's a Steeler first down. Tight end on the move left. On first down, right back to Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Taken down.
13 more on that carry. He is turning out the yards. And another first down. They send Godwin in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Nix to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
26 yards.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. This one is hauled in on the feet in bounds. Yes! DGA Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The kicker on.
That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. The extra point up and good. And the Steelers will cut the deficit to 7.
Steelers 35.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return.
Ready,
From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
go! 19, 18, 5 in.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And sacked by T.J. Watt. A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready up.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out wide. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, set. Right down the goal. Set.
They'll look to throw. Forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Ready, 79, bro. Go.
He'll look to throw. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Here's White. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 31 yards. Here is 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
White. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. Ball right on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
5-yard line.
79.
One more time, it's White. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. York, good on the extra point. And the Rams will go up by 7.
49. Steelers, 42.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh! And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Rolling right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So here it is, 4th down and 10. On 4th down, here's Nix. And he's going to have the Steelers 1st down. On a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Throwing is Nix. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. Incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
Sizing yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense.